A couple of weeks ago I did a video on my experiences with Amazon Flex. Now if you didn't see that video, you can do so by clicking the link above there. That details my whole experience. It details how to set up an Amazon Flex account, how to go through the KYC process in order to get accepted for driving for Amazon. It talks about how the program works and how you can get jobs. It talks about the pay, it talks about insurance, it talks about all of the things really necessary to drive for Amazon Flex. Now from that video I got a lot of comments and feedback, and many of the comments asked me the same thing, and that is, what do I really think and what's my real experiences? And I thought I made it quite clear in that video what I thought, but just to summarize for you guys who just want the succinct version, I think Amazon Flex is a really good program. I would definitely recommend it to people if they're looking for a little bit of side income or someone who wants a full-time job driving for Amazon. Would I do it again? No, I wouldn't. It just wasn't my cup of tea, to be honest with you. But that's not to say that I wouldn't recommend it, because I definitely would. Now, when we speak about Amazon, I think Amazon is a fantastic company, I really do. Now, despite what many people say about Amazon in terms of their working conditions, if you work in the Amazon warehouse or fulfillment centers, or if you're a driver for Amazon, you know, there has been a lot of media coverage and a couple of documentaries about people who work for Amazon and say that it's really poor working conditions. Now, I honestly can't comment on that. I can only take the word of those people who do that and have spoken out on, you know, these various documentaries and media news stories, etc. But that doesn't take away the fact that Amazon offers a lot of opportunity to a lot of people to make income that they wouldn't otherwise make. Now, we could argue that if you don't like a job, then you can always just go and get another job. It's not really that easy to just kind of give up one job and get another job. You know, we all know how difficult it can be at times to get a job. I know people who've been looking for work for years and just can't seem to land the right job, or a job at all, to be perfectly honest. It is difficult. There are always jobs out there, I'll be honest with you. You know, there are jobs, but it just depends what you're willing to take and what you're prepared to do to earn some income. But Amazon, I think, is a really great company and offer lots of opportunities to make income in all sorts of ways. So for me personally, I obviously tried the Amazon Flex job. It wasn't for me. I use the Amazon merch, so I create print-on-demand t-shirts. That's an application process, so I'm not saying that you can just apply and you will be accepted. But if you do, then that's great. You can basically create your own t-shirt designs and sell them online via Amazon. Now, obviously, there's a lot of other print-on-demand companies out there, you know, like Printful and Printify and Teespring and all these companies where you can create your own t-shirts and sell them. The beauty about Amazon is obviously they've got that worldwide market. You know, they've got a massive outreach to ready-made customers, whereas with the likes of Teespring and Printful and Printify and all these, you've kind of got to create your own website maybe, or try and sell via social media, and it is a lot more difficult to reach the right audience, whereas Amazon, you've got that ready-made audience. I also use Amazon Kindle and print on demand. So I've written a couple of books that I've used the print on demand and Amazon Kindle for, and that can be quite lucrative. You see a lot of adverts pop up on the likes of YouTube, probably in between videos like mine, of people saying that they make thousands and thousands of dollars every month selling on Kindle. Don't necessarily believe these adverts. A lot of it is just a load of rubbish, to be honest with you. You know, these people are making most of their money by selling you their course or their book on how you can create tons of money selling on Amazon Kindle. But you can make a decent little side income using Amazon Kindle, and especially if you create something that is unique and original. You read a lot of stories, or you see a lot of videos of people saying that they get outsource people on Fiverr to create ebooks for them, and that they sell on Amazon and make tons of money. But That's a load of rubbish if you ask me, but you can make some money. The other way I make money on Amazon is using obviously the affiliate links. I've never put any in the videos down below because I've never created a video where I would recommend a product on Amazon. But for example, if I wanted to say the camera I'm using to shoot this video is a Sony camera, you can buy it by clicking the link down below. Then that would take you to Amazon, and I could get a commission from Amazon for selling that camera via my link. So that's a great way to make money on Amazon. Another way that I make money is the Amazon Influencer Program. So basically that's reviewing products that I buy or own and create a video on the products. Now this only really works in the USA for Amazon.com. The UK site doesn't offer that facility at the moment to make income from videos. But with the US site, I can create a video, say for example, again for this camera, I can say this is a Sony camera, this is my experiences with it, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. And then I would submit that to the Amazon Influencer Program. If I'm lucky, then my video will take place or a position on the product page on Amazon. So if people are searching for a Sony camera, my video may or may not show up. They only allow, I think, 6 videos in the carousel, 6 videos from influencers. But if I'm one of those fortunate people, my video will show up on the product. And if people watch my video and then immediately buy the product after watching my video, then again, I will get a commission. And again, this can be quite lucrative. You know, some people are making upwards of $5,000 and more on the Amazon Influencer Program. Now again, Amazon Influencer Program is, you need to be accepted into the program. You need to have some kind of social media presence, whether that's a TikTok account or a Twitter account, YouTube like myself, and you obviously need to have a following. You would then apply for the program. You may get accepted into the program, you may not. If you get accepted, then you need to upload 3 sample videos of your products, your reviews, and again, the Amazon team will review your videos and the quality of your videos and decide whether or not you will be accepted into the influencer program, you know, fully. A lot of people do get rejected for the program. It doesn't matter necessarily how many followers you've got. You know, I've seen people who've got 200,000 followers on YouTube. They've got videos that are, you know, getting 1 million views plus, some shorts that are getting 5 million views, and they're still getting rejected from this Amazon influencer program. So I don't know what the criteria is for Amazon to accept you into the influencer program, but it doesn't seem to be very consistent. The other thing about the influencer program is there's a lot of people kind of taking advantage of it and ripping off other people's videos and basically uploading them to their channel. Or they might be they might go into a store, for example, like a department store, and they might just review products in the store that they don't even own. So they'll just pick up, I don't know, a pillow or a pillowcase or something in the store and say, this is a, you know, Egyptian cotton pillowcase and it's fantastic and blah, blah, blah. They'll upload that video to Amazon. Now, obviously the product needs to be available on Amazon, but they'll upload that product to the Amazon influencer program. And if they get a spot on the carousel for that particular product, then they will get, you know, potentially generate some revenue from it. And, you know, it's not fair that people are doing this kind of thing and that Amazon are letting this kind of thing slip through the net, when there's genuine people like myself and other people who are really putting a lot of effort into creating videos on products that we own, or have owned in the past, or, you know, that we've used really. You know, we're putting all that effort in and other people are coming along and kind of just gaming the program. But that aside, you know, that's just another way of making money on Amazon. You know, I think Amazon is a fantastic company for people like me, you know, who I like to think of myself as a bit of an entrepreneur, like to do some side jobs, get some side income, or even full-time income. I think there's lots and lots of opportunity on Amazon to do that. Amazon Flex, again, like I say, is one of those ways that you can make money. It's not really passive income per se. It's obviously very active. You've got to be involved, and it is a physically demanding job. Now, some people have said that, you know, watching my video that I did nothing but kind of whinge and whine about the job and found it difficult, and maybe I'm a little bit too old to understand the process. It wasn't any of that really. You know, I've done a lot of manual labor jobs that were much harder than the Amazon Flex driver's job, and there's tons of jobs out there that people do on a daily basis, you know, whether that's a physical job like, you know, a bricklayer for example, or a gardener, landscape gardener, or a roofer, or any of those kind of jobs. You know, manual hands-on labor is really taxing. And then we've got jobs that are taxing on the brain, you know, I don't know, maybe an accountant or a lawyer or something like that. You know, they're physically demanding on the brain as well, mentally demanding. And then of course, who can forget the armed forces, the military, you know, the army, the navy, the Royal Air Force, the Marines, the SAS, you know, all those people. That's a different level of discomfort, and you know, that's a sacrifice. That's a real sacrifice, you know, not driving for Amazon Flex. And obviously the blue light workers as well, the police, you know, the fire service, the ambulance service, prison wardens, all those jobs are much more difficult than bloody Amazon Flex. You've got jobs like counsellors, therapists, you know, who deal with people who've got trauma day in, day out. You know, my partner does that, and you know, to be working in that kind of environment day in, day out can be really draining. So in comparison, those kind of jobs, you know, are much more difficult than Amazon Flex. You know, so maybe you got the wrong end of the stick about what I was saying about Amazon Flex, how it's a tough job, because I understand and I know that there's a lot more tougher jobs out there than Amazon Flex. I just didn't think for what you're getting paid for Amazon Flex, it was really worth my time and my effort. But that's just me. You might differ. You know, I said in the last video, I've got a whole new respect for Amazon delivery drivers. There's so much involved behind the scenes. You know, that job is quite a taxing and draining job. It's just not for me, but it might be for you, and you might think it's like the easiest, most simple job. And I'm sure it will get easier the more you do it. You know, if I carried on doing it, I'm sure it will get much easier, and I'd find my own little way of doing things that would make things very simple for me. It's just not something that I enjoy doing. I thought I'd enjoy driving and just dropping off parcels, but I didn't. But that's not to say that you won't, and I think it is a fantastic opportunity. So if it's something that you're looking into, don't let my previous video put you off. It's definitely worth doing. If you think that, you know, what income you get from it outweighs the costs, well, I mean, it will outweigh the costs, but whether the net gain suits you, then go for it. You know, there are a lot of costs involved when you look at your insurance and your fuel and the wear and tear on your vehicle, and your lunch if you get your lunch out, and all these things, all these costs, they do add up. But if the net gain after you know, you paid all those expenses is something, you know, that is reasonable to you, then go for it. It is a great opportunity. Amazon, in my opinion, is a fantastic company. Whatever the politics about the working conditions, I can't really comment. So I'm not gonna really get into that. You know, I can't comment on that because I've not experienced it firsthand. But you know, I don't like people taking advantage of people, and maybe Amazon are doing that. I've just not experienced that firsthand. But the opportunities that they offer for you to make some money, and some really good money, are fantastic. So I would wholeheartedly recommend Amazon for all sorts of ways to make some income. Anyway, that's all I've got to say on the matter. Thanks for watching. I hope you found it useful. If you did, as always, click that thumbs up button. I'll see you again in another video. Take care of yourselves.